But yeah, let's talk about some Legos.
All
They've
right.
been doing some interesting things, ever since they came out with the Lego movie.
Yeah, and one of those things is a game called Lego Dimensions. We've actually talked about it a little bit in the past.
Yeah,
Um, it's one of those Amiibo, Skylanders, Disney Infinity type games
yeah.
where you buy these minifigures that I think they have an additional NFC stand that you put them on, and then you put them on the portal. They show up in the game.
Yeah,
Um, but
which
what's
is
been
neat. That's neat for kids.
yeah,
Kids like to collect physical things.
yeah, and since Lego is crazy good at getting licenses for all these different universes, this is like a crazy, crazy crossover of all types of different characters.
Did they just like early on get rights to some awesome things, and now that they've got enough rights over times for toys and stuff, they found a way to loop it into movies and medias and that kind of stuff?
Somewhat, but I know
Yeah.
that they're definitely because there's some that are completely new. So here's what they announced this week as far as what Lego Dimensions is getting added onto it. We have new Ghostbusters, Adventure Time, Mission Impossible, Harry Potter, A Team, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Lego Batman movie, The Goonies, Sonic the Hedgehog,
The
Teen
Goonies.
Titans, The Goonies.
All right, we're stopping here for a second, First of all, Adventure Time. We were just talking about Jake the dog, and Adventure Time is religion in my household. Like we worship Adventure Time and we follow the mythology because it teaches us how to be better people. Like I love that show. So that sounds fun that they're gonna have, playable Legos for Adventure Time. That just sounds awesome. But Goonies, the Goonies is great. I grew up in Portland, Oregon. Well, right outside, but everybody says Portland. So, but grew up in Portland, Oregon, and just outside of Portland, like not too far of a drive, Astoria, Oregon, which Astoria is where they filmed such cinematic masterpieces as Kindergarten Cop, all right, Short Circuit,
One of my favorites.
and The Goonies. So I remember just like as a little kid, all the time, anytime we go to the beach and stuff, we just go out and we'd find like a bunch of spots that The Goonies was filmed at, and we just as kids thought it was great. That's one of my favorite movies.
Well, and
One-Eyed Willies.
the rest of that list is Sonic the Hedgehog, Teen Titans, Lego City Undercover, Knight Rider, the Powerpuff Girls,
Yeah, that's cool. That's good. Powerpuff Girls.
Gremlins, Beetlejuice, and E.T.
When are we gonna get Beetlejuice 2? When are we gonna get a sequel?
Well,
How many rumors have you heard about the sequels to Beetlejuice?
that's Michael Keaton, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Michael Keaton's still crazy, so I'm sure he'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as it doesn't matter how old he gets, Beetlejuice is a dead guy, so as long as he can still do the voice. That sounds cool. Are they gonna do a Michael Keaton or like the '90s cartoon show kind of Beetlejuice, you think?
What if they did a sequel?
No, I mean if they do with the
Oh, the
Legos.
pack.
Is it gonna? Do you have any
Yeah.
video or any?
Let me see
Because
if I
I
can
don't
find
remember
it.
seeing that in the video that we saw. What else did you say? There was some great time. How are you doing this, Lego? How are you taking my childhood and just turning
It's
it into a
it's
awesome?
magic.
Yeah, it's
It's just absolute magic.
who? Okay,
Um, it looks kind of like uh,
does it have a
it's more off the movie version than the cartoon version.
good?
Yeah,
Good. I'm the ghost with the most, baby. I love that
and he's
movie.
holding a snake.
That movie is so good.
But yeah, I don't really play these games much. I have some amiibo that I use for Smash Brothers, and I honestly haven't
Yeah.
used them in months. But if you have this many licenses at your disposal and this many characters just interacting that should never be interacting
Yeah.
in a Lego format, I mean, and the Lego games are fun.
Yeah.
Um, They're definitely simplistic, easy enough for a child and an
Yeah,
adult to play.
yeah.
Um,
Some of the Lego games that I've played in the past, the earlier Lego games,
mhm.
worst visit. Indiana Jones, that was terrible. That was horrible. But then you had Star Wars, and those were some really good games. Like those are fun, where you could actually use the Force
Yeah.
to put the Legos into, that makes sense, and that's awesome that you get to mix all those together.
Then they gave everyone the ability to build, and
Yeah.
wasn't so cool to be a Jedi
No,
anymore.
no. Just a Jedi with a harmonica. It's like, and when everyone's a super, no one will be. They're gonna make a sequel of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out soon. As soon as I saw that movie, that was the first. That was the first cartoon I've seen in a while where I actually ended the movie thinking to myself, I can't wait till there's a sequel.
Yeah.
Like that one deserves a sequel. All these standalone movies that they just hash out, all these haphazard, sequels are just getting on my nerves. Same with,
Sequelitis.
yeah, same with video games, reboots. I'm tired of reboots. Like movie reboots are just
And we'll
getting on
and
my
we'll talk about
nerves.
that later.
Like that's our entire civilization right now is like,
Rehashing and
yeah,
rebooting and
we don't have Shakespeare anymore. Oh no, we don't have Shakespeare anymore.